design.com.
Hi, and welcome to Design Ideas, episode number 4. Today's design idea is adhocism. The design world can be traditionally and largely purist and formal in the decision-making methods. Think modernism, failing to incorporate its environment and becoming too driven by convention. What emerges as an aesthetic is an interest in a multidisciplinary process known as adhocism. Adhoc means to this or for this. It's used for a particular purpose and is done with immediacy. Adhocism is a manifesto to a generation who takes pleasure in doing things ad hoc, critiquing a conformity of taste. This includes some incredible blends and hybrids of seemingly incompatible theories, processes, languages, forms, and methods. Adhocism is a form of bricolage art, French for DIY or do-it-yourself projects, which is the construction or creation of a work from a diverse range of things that happen to be available, or a work created by such a process. The only difference is that ad hoc objects are used for a specific purpose. A practitioner might grab a handful of whatever's close at hand and experiment with novel combinations therein to solve real-world problems. The book Adhocism, The Case for Improvisation by Charles Jencks and Nathan Silver states that adhocism has always been around. Think Robinson Crusoe, making a raft, then a shelter from the wreck of his ship. As a design principle, adhocism starts with everyday improvisation, a bottle as a candle holder, a dictionary as a doorstop, a tractor seat on wheels as a dining room chair, but it is also an undeveloped force within the way we approach almost every activity, from play to architecture to city planning to political revolution. Adhocism is a philosophical idea, lifestyle, architecture movement, and art movement. Duchamp, a 19th century French writer, said, "Beauty is the fortuitous encounter of a sewing machine, umbrella, and a dissecting table." Adhocism can at times be ugly, but that's okay. Beauty and ugly are an aesthetic. Everything in between is just normal. Adhocism is the idea of creation at its basic moment, before any designer gets to it, before thoughts are established about it. Adhocism urges us to pay less attention to the rulebook and more to the real-world principle of how we actually do things. It declares that problems are not necessarily solved by a genius eureka moment, but by trial and error, adjustment and readjustment. Adhocism makes you ask the question why and why not. It separates us from a functional fixedness that traps our minds into believing an object can only be used for one purpose. Adhocism is also innovation, divergent thinking, and tolerance for experimentation and increased risk. Stretching the boundaries of what is possible invokes risk, increasing opportunities, experimenting with novel combinations, and applying new connections to ideas, tools, and relationships leads to increased risk. Adhocism is a multidisciplinary concept for making and doing. It emphasizes what is possible and how an object ought to function rather than a highly descriptive and conforming model where designers seek to predict future systems' behaviors through past experiences, reductivism, and mechanical logic.